Welcome to class. To get started, we're going to try a little experiment. I've handed you a test with 10 questions. We're going to take 5 minutes to answer the questions. But what I would like to do is divide you into two groups. The first group will work as individuals. You will complete the test individually with no outside resources. Group 2, you may work together and answer the questions by any means you decide are necessary to find the correct answer. On your mark, get set, go. You have 5 minutes. Okay, let's grade our test and examine the results. It seems that the collaboration group had better outcomes than the individual group. Let's take a few minutes to discuss why that might be. Today we're going to be discussing a relatively new learning theory known as connectivism. But before we examine connectivism, let's look at some traditional learning theories that have been around for quite a while. First, behaviorism. Someone explain to the class what behaviorism is. Okay, what about cognitivism? Let's have a brief discussion about it. And finally, constructivism. Let's take a few minutes to discuss constructivism. What common denominator do we see in each of these learning theories? I would suggest that the main common denominator between these theories is that they each consider how the individual learns. But now, as we move into the digital age in a connected world, we have to consider our new theory that is the topic today, connectivism, where we consider groups and networks and even non-human devices where knowledge can be stored and easily retrieved. A leading proponent of connectivism is George Siemens, who published an article entitled Connectivism, a Learning Theory for the Digital Age. And this is an article that we're going to examine for the rest of our time together today. Siemens lays out 9 principles that revolve around connectivism that he argues lays the foundation for the theory. And I want us to consider each of these, and after we state each of them, we're going to divide up into pairs and let you individually research and come up with some information about each principle, and then we'll come back together and discuss as a group what each of you have learned. First of all, the first principle, learning and knowledge rest in diversity of opinions. Second, learning is a process of connecting specialized nodes of information sources. Third, learning may reside in non-human appliances. Fourth, capacity to know more is more critical than what is currently known. Nurturing and maintaining connections is needed to facilitate continual learning. The ability to see connections between fields, ideas, and concepts is a core skill. Currency, accurate, up-to-date knowledge, is the intent of all connectivist learning activities. Next, decision-making is itself a learning process. Choosing what to learn and the meaning of incoming information is seen through the lens of shifting reality. While there is a right answer now, it may be wrong tomorrow due to alterations in the information and climate affecting decisions. So now, let's take about 10 minutes for each of you to pair with the person next to you and discuss each of the principles, and take some time to use your computers to do some research the internet, maybe learn a little bit more about Dr. Siemens and what he intended when he laid out these principles. Well, thank you so much for your participation today. I think we've had a great discussion and have really learned a lot about a new way to look at how people learn and how the learning process will continue to develop in the digital age. And as we leave today, I would like for you to do one thing for me as you leave, so I can get some feedback on how my discussion's gone and how I might improve in the future. I would like for you to fill out an exit slip for me. Just jot down 2 things that you've learned today and 2 questions that you have that maybe are unanswered, questions about connectivism that you would like to hear discussed in the future. Thanks. Have a great day.